Here's a question for you to consider. Your last trade that you took, was that done out of intuition or was it an impulsive trade? Now be honest with yourself, okay? Because this is the thing that is going to either make or break you in the long run, okay? Knowing the difference between intuition and impulse is vitally important because they're two separate things and they kind of overlap. They kind of look similar, okay? So you need to be able to distinguish the both of them. So what I'm going to do for you in this video is go through the definition of what an impulsive trade looks like and also what trading from intuition looks like and why you have to embrace intuition within your trading. Okay, so make sure you watch this to the end because it's going to be a good video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. Drop your comments below. This is going to help boost the algorithm and get this video message out to more traders like you. So let's get started. So first of all, intuition. Intuition is basically your flow. You're in flow. You know what to do intuitively. And you get intuition from doing hundreds and thousands of hours in front of the charts, looking at charts, looking at patterns, backtesting, journaling. All of these things is how you build intuition because you get it from pattern recognition, okay? And the way you get pattern recognition is simply backtesting. So you need to backtest so that you are familiar and understand your structure and your strategy, your entry model, so that that is clear in your mind. Okay, that is how you build the intuition. And then also you just know what to do. In society, in the matrix, they say that intuition is the feminine nature, and it is, okay? But I don't want that to be the reason you don't want to trade from intuition. You have to understand that the master, the true master, or the professional trader is trading from structure, what they see, present structure, what they see in front of them from the charts, and intuition. That is the magic. So when you combine those two, you get flow. You become aligned with the market. So you know exactly what you're looking at. You will know if you should be buying or selling just from your intuition. Okay? Now, the flip side is impulsive trading. And this is the dangerous part. This is the amygdala. Your lizard brain, your monkey brain is being impulsive. You're the gambler. Okay, and your impulsive trading, okay, is basically from your fear, greed, and your ego. That is the thing that is causing you to have impulsive trades, to take impulsive trades, because you fear missing out on a trade, so you rush and you take a bad entry, or you are greedy and you hold your trades for too long and then it reverses and takes you out. Do you understand? Or there's ego, right? You have your ego, which is so huge, and you take a loss, and now you want to be right, and you need to fix it. Okay, so then you try to re-enter where you should actually be looking at what you did wrong, trying to figure out the mistake, journaling the trade that you just lost, okay, and being honest with yourself. You see, intuition is a natural extension of yourself, but impulse is it can just take over you out of nowhere. It can come out of nowhere. And the reason, like in the video I talked about yesterday, you become impulsive and you make bad decisions, there's a couple of triggers. And the main trigger is lack of sleep. So if you don't get a good night's sleep, you're going to wake up, you're going to be tired, you're going to be impulsive. You're going to take risk. You're going to gamble more because you're tired. So sleep is super, super, super important. Okay, sleep is where the brain gets to rest and then rebuild the subconscious mind and your behaviors and just mend your brain. Okay, so there's sleep is going to cause impulse. Okay, and then there is your amygdala. So as I said in yesterday's video, you have two parts to the brain. You've got the prefrontal cortex, and then you have the amygdala. And they both work hand in hand. First of all, the prefrontal cortex is the thing that is your decision-making part of the brain. It makes rational decisions, okay? But this part of the brain needs energy like glucose and calories, okay? So it works first thing in the morning. So most of your biggest, most important decisions should be made in the morning when the mind is fully charged with all the energy that is needed to make rational, important decisions. Okay. But then that energy drains out throughout the day. So every time you open the chart, every time you look at the chart or you make a decision, it drains, it depletes the fuel that you need to make that part of the brain work. And then you have a limited amount per day. So once that is drained, then the amygdala takes over. Now, when the amygdala takes over, okay, this is the part of the brain that is designed to keep the body out of trouble, out of danger, right? So if there is an attacker or if there's something dangerous, it'll get you out of there. That's all it does. And it doesn't have to have rational decision-making process. Its one goal is just to protect you, and the ego lives there. Do you understand? So when your good energy for rational decisions are depleted, now you're making gambler decisions. You're making bad decisions. Okay. This is like when you're tired. Okay. This is why I say you should never trade if you're tired. This is when you're feeling like burnt out or overwhelmed, exhausted. Don't trade because now you're not making the best decisions. You're making decisions impulsively. So that is the impulse part of your trades. So you need to know every trading day, you need to know exactly where you're coming from, where your brain's at, where your mind is at, where your thoughts are at. Does that make sense? So you need to make sure that if you're trading from a time where you're making rational decisions and you're acting intuitively. This is called the intuitive process, okay? And you are calm, you are recording, you are mindful, you are just more aware, and you're not rushing into anything. You got no anxiety. You're just calm, collected, and you're following your process. This is when you respect the process. This is the intuition part, okay? This is how it works. The moment that starts to fade, you know you're in trouble. Now you're on the other side of the equation where you're doing things destructively, impulsively, and that's where it gets dangerous. That's when tilt happens, right? That's when you take a loss and you can't walk away, okay? And so you need to be able to understand this distinction, the two sides of it, two sides of the coins. And once you understand this, then you'll be able to make better decisions and trade better throughout your trading career. Just knowing this is going to help you a lot, okay? So those are some of the things that we actually cover within the course that I have. I have a whole module on how to delete the impulse and how to reset. And basically, if that's something you want to do, then you can check out the first link in the description. I highly advise. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead, like and subscribe. Drop your comments below. Let me know if your last trade was done impulsively or if it was done by intuition. Hopefully it was intuition. If it was an impulsive trade, now you know. You can catch yourself out and you can hopefully try to fix it. If you really want to fix it, check out the link. And until the next video, you're on your own. Take care now. Goodbye.